Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the What Era Are We In podcast.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. What a momentous occasion.
Woo, woo, woo.
We are so excited to be back again after last week's interesting episode of Post
Rogue
Malone.
episode.
But don't worry, the girls and the gays, we're back with someone that's way more fun.
Someone that is both.
That's wild. But for the people that are listening to us, I'm sure if you're watching the episode, you've already noticed that we have an extra person in the podcast room with us today.
A very special extra person in the podcast today.
We've been planning to have a guest on this for quite some time. We waited until we felt like we had it under control enough to have a person here with us.
We still haven't got a printer yet.
We still don't have a printer, but this might actually get us the printer with our guest. So we are talking about one of our amazing friends who we love very much, and she is the queen of law, the queen of chaos, the queen of iconicness, Miss Lydia.
Oh my God, stop. Well, thank you guys so much for having me. Oh my God, it is such a delight. I've always wanted to be on a potty, and now you guys are breaking my potty virginity.
You're on the potty. This is your... This is your potty training. This is your potty training.
Oh my God, I'm really
She's
so
potty
excited.
training right now. But I think we thought it was the perfect artist to introduce Lydia into is, of course, our artist today, Miss Melanie Martinez.
Oh yeah, we haven't even said who we're doing.
Yeah, we're doing Melanie Martinez.
It's just
We're actually
Lydia.
doing Lydia.
Yeah.
No, but
Not on my couch.
No, that's messy.
this is going to be a crazy episode. Strap in. But we are doing Melanie Martinez today. We're very excited about this artist. But we're going to dive into her in a minute. We're going to start first with just sort of like Lydia.
Get to know Lydia.
Yeah.
God.
Because, if y'all love her, which I'm sure you will, then we can have her back for a few other little pop-in episodes every now and again. So tell us about yourself.
Oh my God, well, I don't really know. Sorry, we're just like taking the mic. We're sharing a mic because they didn't have the
Elise is
budget for
actually
3. So
not going to be talking this episode.
She's actually taking my spot, so this is just the transition. I'm training her, really.
Yeah, she's potty training her.
yeah, potty training. It's really a necessity for this. But what about me? Okay, well, I know Ben and Elise because we have worked together. I don't know if you guys have said.
We
okay,
don't
don't disclose that knowledge.
Me
but
and
that is
Lydia
okay.
actually still work together.
Yes. Who knows when that... Oh, anyways. Next question.
Are you about to tell me something?
No. Anyways, about me. Okay, let's talk about my music taste because I think that's kind of like the zhuzh of the show.
Yes.
Well, basically, I would say my music taste faves would be, of course, Melanie. I love Lana Del Rey.
Is Lana like your icon of life?
She is. She is mother. She is everything to me.
So expect Lydia for the Lana episode.
Yeah, I will sell my firstborn child for Lana if she asks me to, of course.
We've all got like that one person, like mine is SZA, yours is like Rihanna, yours must be Lana.
Yeah, like Lana is a very, very important person to me. Oh, sorry, I haven't got this mic sorted.
Gosh. And all of them end in A's. SZA, Rihanna, Lana,
Lydia.
Because because you know what they did? They ate.
Exactly. And then who else? Marina. Marina is definitely one of my
we
faves
love
as
Marina.
well. She I could shake ass to any of her songs.
Even her slowest one.
The slowest, the better.
We've seen
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
We've seen it firsthand.
Literally. Or like, I would say I also delve into a lot of 80s music. So I love
Yes.
George Michael. I love Duran. Y'all be laughing.
You love your dad.
I love my little bit of lore. As you guys have kind of heard, the queen of lore. But for so long, my dad actually gaslit me into thinking he was George Michael. So I used to go around my whole primary school telling everyone that George Michael was my dad. And then I found out it wasn't, and that was really embarrassing.
But you still believe it.
No, literally, he is father. He's my father figure.
Oh my God.
So
I'm not kidding. Like like there'd be times where like Lydia's would play her playlist at work and we'd be like doing our thing at work and out of nowhere we'd start hearing Careless Whisper.
Yeah, the beginning
And
chords of it all.
every single person, including the customers, would be looking around like, what the fuck is going on? And then you look over in the corner and there's Lydia going,
Literally, like, I am waiting for karaoke night, honestly.
You're like, wah, wah,
That is not what it sounds like. But I remember the newbies at our work were just like looking up to the sky, like, what is actually playing right now? And I'm just over in the corner, like, yes, feeling
she's
myself.
living her fucking life.
Yes.
It's like, you know, there's that meme going around like, do you want me? That's you distracting the customers.
Literally me all the time.
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, so I feel like you're more than qualified to dive in, especially because your dad is George Michael, a famous person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
He is
I
dead,
mean, yeah.
But he's still father.
My condolences.
Rest in peace, Daddy.
Daddy George.
Daddy George, Michael.
It's giving fast love.
It wasn't fast love.
It's fast love. Not the George Michael references.
No,
Elise is here like, I don't get it.
Well, that'll be one episode for sure.
Oh my God.
George is, I think, we'll come back to George.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before we dive into Mel, we are going to do our question of the week.
Oh,
Elise,
wait,
you
I
wanna
need to
sing
do
us
my
in?
I need to do my song. What's
yeah.
very like Melanie coded.
Lydia
trying
Smith.
to question of the
Girl,
I'm trying to do it of like in the chords of like a Melanie song, but I can't, so we're just gonna do like question of the week. You know the,
Soap?
the soap, yeah. That was a
Iconic.
fail, but you get it.
Well, what is your question of the week, Miss Elise?
Oh, I don't have a question of the week yet.
Oh, God.
I do you
I
know?
do.
Oh,
I'm ahead.
go on. Okay, you go first.
So my question of the week is kind of related to Crybaby. As you all would know, Crybaby is very much a nostalgic trauma piece.
Where are we going?
What is your most traumatic story you've ever had?
And post it on the internet. No. What would be something like a really happy childhood memory for you? Go on, Elise.
Who wants to go first?
A happy child memory for me, I would say, oh my God, hugging Rihanna.
How old were you?
I was like 13.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're a
well,
child.
that's childhood.
You're a
Child.
Yeah,
are you,
hugging
teen?
Rihanna was it. If you want younger, seeing Kylie Minogue at the age of 6.
That's it.
Yeah, that was pretty iconic. I mean, I know that's relating to like concerts, but like I think that's one of the only things I like fully remember at childhood, like properly, is like the concerts. But yeah, Kylie was my first concert at 6 years old, and I was like, this is iconic.
My first concert was Elton John.
Wow.
He was
That's a good
at
one.
the Wiggles, and he came in on a helicopter, and it was at like the Burleigh Beach.
That's iconic.
But my favorite memory of my childhood, you're gonna find this really sad. But my parents, they worked a lot and weren't home during holidays, and my sister's 7 years older than me, so she would also work. So like I have this vivid memory of sitting at home watching Mamma Mia on repeat like 7 times and eating 4 loaves of bread. And that I've never felt happier than eating those 4 loaves of bread, lying down.
Take me back.
Yeah, watching Mamma
Oh my
Mia, like,
God.
I'm not joking, 7 times, basically.
In a row, like one sitting.
Like, it would stop, the DVD would stop, it would go back to home screen, and I'd press play again.
Girl, that's cooked.
Another
She's
one.
there going, honey, honey, how you please me.
Honey, honey.
By the end of that day, she knew the choreography for every single
Go
song.
on, get up, start
You know-
doing it.
Chasing your emotions.
I was like zooting and sitting. I was up on the different couches pretending I was both characters.
That's hot.
Work.
Oh, okay, I have a question. I've thought of my question.
Okay.
Okay, so Melanie has an album called K through 12. If you could go back and relive 1 year of high school / like childhood, what year grade would it be?
I know which one I wouldn't relive.
honestly am going to say grade 12. And it's, no, I'm not kidding, because I did 2 TAFE courses. And so 2 days of my week were not at school. I only had to be at school 3 days a week, and I had 6 spare lines. So I just was fucking chilling. So it was kind of
You had cigarettes up your bum.
What?
I was crazy. Oh my God. But yeah, no, I was just like, it was a vibe. Like, honestly, the year flew past. So I guess that year was probably my favorite year.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like year 12 was a lot of people's
Maybe if
favorites.
not then grade 10, because that's when I started going to like parties for the first time and like all those things. And like that was like a fun experience and a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So slay.
What about you, Lydia?
I would say like well, actually I'm not going to say what the worst one was, but the favorite one was definitely grade 7 before I threw up at my year 7 graduation. No, listen, it's actually basically, my dress was way too tight, and I ate way too much spaghetti. And I went to my mum, like almost like in tears. I was like, "Mum,
Plain Jane spaghetti.
Like, you were literally that meme of that dog, and he throws up the spaghetti in one go.
No, that was literally me." And so, anyways, I was like, "Mum, I think my dress is too tight. Like, I'm gonna pass out. Something's not right." And she's like, "Oh, beauty is pain." And I was like, "Oh my God." And so, anyway, she shoves me in the bathroom. She goes, "Wait here," and she's yelling at some kid because they didn't put me in a PowerPoint presentation for graduation. I don't even know. That's a different story. But
You're in the bathroom listening to Pretty Hurts by Beyonce.
real.
But if it was today, she'd be listening to Plain Jane spaghetti from
Period.
Beyonce.
And so I was in this bathroom and I was just like, oh my God. And I like threw up my spaghetti everywhere. But I ate and that's
She
all.
ate.
I ate and then I threw
You
up.
ate a lot of spaghetti.
But she did not eat the crumbs, because that's disgusting.
No, but I think that the year 7 was pretty good. And then also kind of what Ben said about like the house parties in grade well, I don't want to say grade 12 because they were just cooked. But grade 11 was kind of okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, what was your favorite?
My
year?
favorite year? Fucking prep. Like, when I was
Kindergarten.
Maybe actually.
It was birth.
Grade 6 was actually fun. I had good teachers, good people in my class.
Slay.
Everything from there, trauma.
Slay. Well, I was going to do K through 12, but I feel like I should do the final album.
Portals.
So I'll do a Portals question.
Okay.
So Melanie is famously in this album like a nymph or like a fairy. If you were a supernatural creature, what would you be?
I would so be an ogre. And I would be under that bridge stumping all about.
B5 Yeah. I'm going to
I'm
stick it
just
up my
telling you
bum.
right now.
I hope not.
Do you know how many times you're going to see me and Lydia like grab hands and be like, this is too much, this is too much? What would you be?
No, yeah, probably. But I feel like
vibes?
ogre, but like a nice ogre, like
You
trolls.
got lots of layers. You're an onion.
But like trolls ogre vibes.
Oh, okay. It's not Shrek vibes.
No, bitch.
I'm picturing you as Fiona or something.
Do I look green? No.
But you just said if you were like a mythical type.
I feel like I give ogre vibes.
Get out me swamp.
Okay.
What? I think I genuinely would be like a spirit, like that would just haunt this shit out of people. Like I really think, because I have so many enemies, and I think
Lydia
I would
can't wait for the afterlife, I tell you.
No, I'm waiting for it. Actually, don't
I'm
kill me yet.
terrified. I hope I'm not alive when you're dead.
Best believe I'm stealing all your gratis. I'm stealing all your free stuff. But no, I think I would actually just like get pleasure out of haunting my enemies.
I don't want to know what you're wanking up to as a
Ew, that's good.
I think, do I answer? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like my Twilight in me, I want to be a vampire.
With the red eyes? Or, like,
Yes,
twinkling
I would be
eyes?
Jane.
Okay, no, but
You know the one that looks at someone and goes, pain. That's so iconic.
I think
She had
I'd-
such a bad bitch power. I'm sorry.
seriously, I think I'd like to be a black cat that like had secret powers. Like they could walk into
Oh,
a room and
yeah.
the lights flicker or something like that.
that's
A
fun.
witch
Like
in a
Sabrina
cat's form.
vibes.
Yeah,
that's
But I'd want to be a
cute.
cat. I wouldn't want to be a human. I'd want to be like something that's
Yeah.
not like where
You'd be
people.
Jared Leto.
I'd be fucking. I'd be my cat that's just bringing terror to all.
Yes, as you should.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've got to jump into Mel, but I just wanted to quickly say this because we did say this in episode 8. We were talking about on the Nicki Minaj episode. We were talking on Nicki Minaj about a story to do with the song Bees in the Trap. And of course, we said that
Ben knows now. Ben has been informed.
But yeah, we talked about it, and then and we said that a friend of ours and blah blah, and maybe you'd get to meet them. Well, this is the friend.
This is to put a face to the story.
This is the Bees in the Trap bitch.
So
can I tell the story?
So I think we need to tell the listeners why Bees in the Trap means so much to Elise.
I think this is why Lydia and I became friends because I met her because she was crying. But this was something that truly solidified our friendship.
Okay, so the lore is that one day when I was 15 years old, I hadn't got my period yet. And I was thinking, oh my God, I am pregnant. Even though there was no way of me possibly being pregnant. And so here I am writing in my diary. I'm crying. I'm so sad. And then anyways, I'm listening to my music on shuffle and bloody Bees in the Trap starts playing. And immediately I get my period. And all I can think is the Nicki Lords have saved me. I am not with child. I get to live high school not having a baby, so that was really great. And so there have been multiple occasions where I've listened to Bees in the Trap and my period has come. It summons it.
And what happened is one day we were just chilling at work and Bees in the Trap came on and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this song. And Lydia goes, this is my period song.
And that's our period.
And since then, whenever I hear Bees in the Trap, I can't not think of 15-year-old Lydia sitting, getting her period to the song.
I imagine her lying this, in a dark, in her bed in a dark room, with just the phone light on, just and then it just starts playing, and she's like,
I am saved.
Those first little boop, boop, boop noise come on and she's saved.
It's that first initial moment when you're oh, is that discharge or is that my period? And it's oh, no, it's her. She is come. She saved me. So good.
So let's get into Melanie. Yes. We may get some more crazy stories. I'm sure we will, knowing Miss Lydia. But with Melanie starting, so we decided to do Melanie, and then I was oh yeah, we're going to do the Melanie episode. We'll have Lydia on it. And then I realized that Elise is not really hasn't really delved into Miss Melanie Martinez.
I've heard obviously songs from TikTok and stuff, but I had no idea about the music videos, the movies, the fans, the vibe that Melanie brought.
Yeah, we've been listening to their music for a really long time, both myself and Lydia, and they have always been someone that we've always bonded over and loved. And then so yeah, I was to Elise, I was you've got to watch all of the videos, you've got to watch the K-12 film, you've got to do all of it.
All the research.
I mean, there's so much lore in her. That's why the Queen of Lore is here for the first episode. But there's so much lore to Melanie Martinez. So are you now are you a Crybaby fan?
Specifically Crybaby?
No, just that's
is that
the Crybabies are her fans.
Yes. Yeah, I would say I am. I would definitely put songs in my playlist. The thing is for me, I get the story and everything. The only thing for me is I didn't feel I was connecting to Melanie. I felt I was connecting to someone who wasn't Melanie, if that makes sense. So for example, the reason why I love SZA so much is because she tells a story and I literally cry at her songs because I'm yes, SZA, you've been fucked over and so have I, bitch. Yeah. Whereas because I mentally know that Melanie is playing a character, I can't fully connect. Love the songs though. I think the songs really that they create is incredible.
Yes. So let's dive into the very beginning. Of course, the first ever album, Miss Crybaby. I have the vinyl here. Don't worry.
Which actually Ben and I watched all the music videos of together.
I have the special version of the vinyl actually.
That's so pretty.
This is the special edition. Oh my God, Lydia, do you want to be the vinyl queen today? You can open her up.
Oh, spread her open?
Oh, it slides out of there.
Oh, let me just...
Oh, she's the wrong way around, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Here she is.
Ooh. I also I love the different aesthetics that Melanie
so cool.
brings.
That's a little book.
I know, this is actually the storybook. This is what I was telling you about the other day, Elise.
Oh.
So there's actually the book inside of the storyline of Crybaby.
That's
I look like a teacher showing a book at school.
So like incredible and like smart.
Oh my
and, like,
gosh. Sandwich?
cake.
That's literally a cake, girl.
She's not a piece of cake. And then the discs are super cute and fun. They
Super cute,
are-
fun and fresh.
They're actually 2 different disc colors, which I think is very fun. The first one, if I can get this out, please bear with me. Where is she? I can fucking get her. Here.
Get her. Oh, that's so cute.
She is baby pink, of course, very in the aesthetic.
Very Melanie coded.
And then the other one, for the other disc, and I bought this version specifically because it had the deluxe tracks and I wanted like the deluxe songs. But the other disc, of course, is
Cute.
Baby Blue.
Like a little baby shower.
So it's like boy and girl, like cry baby, I guess. And I think that's very clever. But of course, yes, we have her on vinyl and she's amazing. We love it.
One thing I do
We'll
appreciate
stack
about
her behind here.
Melanie is like the commitment that like was
The character
brought-
that
like
she
the
has.
whole thing throughout from because is it one whole big story from
Every-
Cryberry to Portals?
Yeah. Oh, I just like, sorry, I just like ate the mic.
Move the mic a bit away then.
Oh my
eating
god!
it up.
I was just trying to like move it up, and it like came
Yeah.
forward at me. But anyway, so yeah, Melanie has like followed the storyline of Crybaby for this whole, like 3 albums. Portals is the final part of the Crybaby trilogy. So whatever Melanie does next, I don't know if it'll be a new character or if it's actually going to just be Melanie now. I'm not sure, but I'm very excited to see where they go with this.
So is Portals Crybaby afterwards? Does like
Yeah.
does Portals have a name? Does that make sense? Like
yeah.
the character? Or is it still Crybaby?
It's Crybaby.
Crybaby.
So I think what we'll do with Crybaby, with this, because there's so much that goes into it, is I'll sort of explain a little bit, I guess, of the storyline of each one as we go into them. But quickly before we do that.
Oh, yeah.
So Crybaby was released on August 14th, 2015 at the peak of the Tumblr era.
Wow.
We were
Take
watching
me back.
we were watching the music videos and every single video, Elise was like, this is so Tumblr.
like
So
outfits,
Tumblr,
hair, makeup, like the what was the lips, the lime crime lipstick.
Oh, lime crime,
Lime
yes.
crime. Wasn't she a lime crime?
They
girly
were
as well?
wearing
Yeah.
they were wearing lime crime in their
was on
videos.
it.
There was a lipstick in the video.
Yeah, there was one. I think it was in Dollhouse or one of them. But anyway, and then the whole time, Elise was like, "I can see why Lydia likes Melanie. Like it's so Tumblr coded."
Yeah. Everything I used to say was like, that's so Tumblr.
Literally.
This album went number 6 on Billboard because smaller artists, I guess, at the time. Also, they got their start on The Voice, which is quite cool.
This is the voice. Boom, boom.
Yes. And then the album went 2 times platinum. Didn't get any awards or noms, which is sad. 3 singles off this record. We had Pity Party, Soap, and Sippy Cup. And no featured artists, which you'll find is a very recurring theme when it comes to Mel. But that's
Who
totally
would,
fine.
if Mel came out with a collab, who would we want to see
Well, there's
with
been
Mel?
only one ever collab with Melanie Martinez, and it was Tierra Whack, which I think was a perfect person to collab with because Tierra is like a really they're a rapper and like really like unique and it's kind of like Melanie's vibe, like that sort of like odd and thing. So like, yeah, I thought it was like the perfect collab. So you never know. I mean, I don't know who they would work with, but like, I know Melanie loves a lot of like art. Like I see them like talking about people like Tiana Taylor and like Lana and all them. So I'm
More
sure
softer
I'm
vibes.
sure that's where like Melanie would go, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. That's one person I could not say who I could see them collaborating
Yeah.
with because I have no idea.
Could you imagine, like, you just see them create, like, something with Kendrick? Like,
I would
tomorrow.
live.
So out of pocket, but like love it.
I'd be like, oh. So, yeah, it's 16 tracks on the deluxe because, of course, we're going to talk about the deluxe, but 13 on the standard. There was a video for every song. And yeah, a little backstory on Crybaby. So I guess the storyline from what I've gathered is Crybaby is growing up in a very dysfunctional family. They fall in love with a boy for the first time who absolutely breaks her heart. Everyone bullies her mercilessly and then gets to Tiger it and she gets kidnapped. And then
Wild.
This gives Lydia energy. This whole
She is the
story.
main character.
and
She
then
has
they
everything.
and then they basically like, you know, kill the kidnapper and then they become like really like just very like almost like a shell of a being, I guess, and very like upset and feel very alone. And then they kill everyone at the end in Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
So very iconic. If you haven't watched the videos and you've only listened to the music, please go watch the videos. Like there's so much that goes into it.
Like you'll watch,
And it's
you'll
all in
listen to
order. Every song is like is in order of story.
and you'll like listen to the songs differently. Like the songs just have a different meaning to them after watching the videos.
So we're gonna get into our tops and bottoms. Lydia has been making her tops and bottoms, but
I literally started it like the minute you guys were like, okay, come on the pod. I was like, all right, bet. And I got on my little, it was like 11 o'clock at night and I'm like, I must get this done now. Like, it must be perfection.
Meanwhile, like at me, literally just before you guys are arriving, like typing and everything.
Right.
well, it took you a week to get through all of it. I mean, like it's a lot to take in.
Her discography is so good.
But do you want to start? You want to start with Crybaby?
Okay, so my tops will start from number 5 is Cake.
Yes.
Deluxe track.
Yes.
But it's such a good one. Something I've noticed is I like softer Melanie, like than the
Like
more
angry
tumblery.
or like, yeah, okay.
You know, like the other ones.
Yeah.
That's saying my number 4 is Soap. I think it's
Who doesn't love Soap?
It gives
Soap's good.
for some reason for me it gives like Australian production like Flume vibes almost.
I thought the same thing as well. I definitely saw that kind of like flair. there to it.
Yes.
I saw because I've seen Melanie twice. Been lucky enough to see her twice. Then
Actually, I
twice.
have
So
too.
sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh, have you seen Melanie? Oh yeah, you saw them on
I did.
Crybaby.
Yeah, she had a little pop-up gig in
Oh yes. Queen Street.
Queen Street.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it was like really random. It was free. Everyone could go. And then I saw her at I think it was the Tivoli in Fortitude Valley.
Yeah, that's more
Yeah,
Crybaby.
yeah.
But they did. I went to the Portals tour this year. That's why I have the Portals shirt on. And they came out and did like 3 songs at the end from like old albums, and one of them was Soap. And like I was like, the fucking 14-year-old in me is like losing my mind right now. Even though I'd seen Soap on Crybaby, it was just like as an adult taking it in, it was like so slay.
Yeah, I think this is probably like the most well-known song from like Crybaby.
Because they did
as well.
they did Soap and Dollhouse were the 2 on Portals that I got. It was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
My number 3 is Playdate. My number 2 is Mad Hatter.
Yes.
And my number 1, I feel like you guys won't agree with this, but is Training Wheels.
I do love this song. This is a beautiful
That is
song.
very pretty.
It's such a beautiful and like watching, and like
I do.
But watching the video of it is like, because I knew the song already, but watching the video of it was such a different vibe. Like knowing it, and I was like, oh, like it makes
Yeah.
you feel a type of way.
Alrighty, well, I'll do mine, so then you can sort of
Take the cake.
Real.
So real. Well, number 5 for me, so my bronze award goes to Playdate. I fucking love this song. Like, it's like, I know it's like the most generic now, like most popular song from the discography from Mel now, but I've always loved this song. Number 4, my silver is Mad Hatter. I think this song is chaos.
Yes.
My bet is that this is the Queen of Chaos's number 1. But I mean, we were
don't
watching
know.
it. We were watching the videos, and Elise goes, "What do you think Lydia's number 1's going to be?" And I was like, "I think it's going to be Mad Hatter."
And then we got to the Mad Hatter one, and I was like, I think so.
Number 3, my gold is Training Wheels. I love this song. Number 2, my platinum is Tag You're It. And then my favorite song by far is Pacify Her.
I love that.
I
song.
freaking love this song. It is so good.
Okay, something
And
that
the video, her outfits in that video eat.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me uncomfortable is this is just a me thing. I don't know why, but watching K through 12, there was a bit more. But when they would like, it would be like a song, and they'd be like at school, right? But then there was like the one where they were locked up in the clear case, and they were sexy dancing and everything, and I was like, this is a school. I was like, but this is a school scenario. It makes me uncomfortable that you are like putting your pelvis into the floor right now.
I was like,
what I was doing
fucking
instead.
put your pelvis into that floor, bitch. I love it. What are your top 5, Miss Lydia?
Okay, so my top 5, at number 5, it would be Crybaby.
Yes.
I think it was just such a good way to start. Like
it tells the story.
It tells the story. And then number 4 would be Pacify Her.
Yes.
I love it. It's so catchy. It just delivers. It delivers what it's supposed to give, you know? Number 3 is Training Wheels, because again, just a really pretty, soft song. Even though, like, when I first listened to it, I was like, oh, this is kind of like a love song. But then when I kind of went into it a little bit more, like, she's in an abusive relationship, but that's not why I loved it. But I just think I hope not.
I loved it because of that.
No, absolutely not. But I just thought, like, it's so cool how she's able to kind of disguise kind of a really cooked meaning of the song and have it so upbeat, and it sounds like a, you know, you just like kind of rose tinted glasses. That's kind of how it feels when I listen to it. Number 2, I put this in here because this was actually the first song I ever listened to, Melanie.
No, wait. If this is what I think it is, we have the same discovery of Melanie Martinez.
Oh, really? Mine was Carousel.
Mine was Carousel.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
American Horror Story.
Yeah. Yes. That's literally
American Horror Story Freak Show.
who's
I
that?
heard Carousel.
Yeah.
And was like, what is this song? I love this song so much. And then discovered Melanie and was like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, it's so good. So that's why I put it there. And then number 1 is Cake.
Oh.
I know you guys were not thinking
Mad Hatter's not in your top 5.
No, it's not. Okay, this album as well, for me, it was really hard because I just get so nostalgic when I listen to this. I remember being at the ripe age of 14 years old and thinking I was so cool and edgy because no one else knew her. And so I put all the baddies on her, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm so mysterious and so unique. And so now it's just
I'm so Tumblr.
Yeah, I'm so Tumblr. That's literally how I felt. I did assignments on her as well in art and everything. I literally thought I was eating. I was. But Cake is my number 1 because I have a really good memory with my best friend, and it was just our song, so that's why.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
I love
we
that.
had this conversation. Oh, we had this conversation. I don't know which episode, but memories make such a core part of if you like a song.
It really does.
Because I can't remember. It must have been the Beyonce episode, but I was saying how I liked a lot of songs on a specific Beyonce album because my sister and Ben was saying I've never had siblings that sway my view of songs or whatnot.
So mine were all my choice. Which,
Yeah.
I mean,
But
in a way was so
mum?
good because I decided I ran what my mum's my mum's taste is because of me.
Yeah. Whereas,
Not for older stuff. She definitely showed me older stuff, but anyone
George
that's
Michael.
2000s onwards, my mum is so up with the music. I show her everything.
yeah, whereas my sister showed me a lot. But memories make such a difference in a song. 100%. If you do not have a good memory of a song, that song is fucking going in the bin.
Yeah, for
exactly. So that's why Cake takes the cake.
Yeah, girl.
Take the cake. Take that cake.
Make
Alright.
that cake.
Make that cake. I got the salt. I got the butter. Do you know that song? No. Oh, I was going to say Connor. Ben, on the way home, you need to show Lydia Make That Cake by Lunch Money Lewis and
featuring
Doja
Doja
Cat.
Cat.
It's a fucking
You're like,
bop.
oh, listen to because Doja Cat's in
Yeah,
it. You were
no,
like,
but-
Lunch Money
yeah.
Lewis.
It's a fucking bop. You'll be shaking ass to it.
I can shake ass to anything.
I
though.
will see on your story in a couple of days with it in the background. Be like,
Just
just
Alter
shaking-
Ego by Doechii.
I love that song. I listen to that every single time at the gym.
unfuckable, unwinnable.
Oh, so good.
Let's do bottoms.
Ooh.
So my
This was impossible for me to choose.
This is hard for me.
my not a fan award goes to Sippy Cup.
I love this song. This was another one that was almost in my top.
My Skip It award goes to Milk and Cookies. And my Erase It award is Teddy Bear.
Yeah. That's valid.
Yeah.
My not a fan award is Pity Party.
Really?
That was going to be my bottoms.
Pity Party was close for me. I guess it's just because there's so many other songs that I loved so much. So I was like, oh, it's just one of the lower ones. Number 2 for me, my Skip It is Cake.
What? You wild for that.
I'm not kidding, Cake.
Even I'm a better Melanie fan than you.
I hated that answer.
But I don't know. I think Cake for me, it's not one that I go back to very often. I love this whole record. front to back, it's like really hard to choose one. I think it's just one of the ones that I never like. I put it on, I go like, I'll listen to it, but like there'll be so many others that like I'm like, oh, I love this song so much. And then my least favorite on this album is Teddy Bear.
Oh, we
have the same. My Erase It is Teddy Bear.
Oh my God.
Because like I think it's just like the one on the
It's a
album that was just sort of
deluxe,
like,
and it's meh.
you can tell that it was a deluxe track. The other two feel like they could have just been on the album, like
Yeah,
existent.
I agree.
That's the one that definitely felt the most like, I guess, deluxe coded. What are yours, Lydia?
Okay. Well, I feel like y'all are going to judge me.
No,
but anyway, okay, so
there's no
number-
judgments. There's just like, I don't agree with you.
Well, the third one was Sippy Cup. And okay, before I actually go into like all of these, I think it's genuinely just because I have heard them so many times, whether it be like on
That's
TikTok
Yeah.
or it just was seriously overplayed to the point where I couldn't listen to it anymore.
Also, it's
Yeah.
just like compared to the other songs, I feel like it's not
Yeah.
as strong. Like it's not.
Yeah, well, they're strong, but so the second one is Dollhouse.
Wow.
Which, yeah,
This
it
is
was
bold of
That's a
Lydia.
brave move.
really,
That's a brave
really
move.
overplayed for me, and it's just I
Yeah.
always skip it now. I can't.
I also will agree with that. I almost put that in my bottom as well. But yeah, I think re-seeing it this year was like reignited my love for it. A little
Yeah,
bit,
like
but-
it is such a good song. It's just because it was overplayed. And then the first one, Playdate.
Really?
Yeah, if I think about Timothy Chalamet, I'm gonna think of someone else who I don't want to think about.
Why Timothy Chalamet?
I cannot go further into that lore. What do you mean? Wait, do you not know the edit on TikTok?
No.
It's like, guess I'm just a Playdate, and it's like him like
No.
Okay, you need.
I know that like there's
How do you
heaps
know-
of edits with that song.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Timothy Chalamet had
someone
one.
on TikTok like made an edit of him and it went viral and everyone was like, oh my God, like, wasn't it like White Boy of the Month? And it was Timothy Chalamet.
Oh,
Like,
right.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Well,
I also want to give a shout out to Alphabet Boy. One thing, I hate the production of this song. Love the lyricism of this song.
really?
I don't like the way it sounds, but I like the lyrics of it.
Fair.
If it was a different sound of the song, it would be in my tops.
My shout out would be Mrs. Potato Head.
Really?
Love
That's
this
an
song.
overplayed song for me.
See, I think that's a
I love
beautiful
that
song.
one.
Yeah.
I would say that would be my honorable mention.
And like me as that little like awkward kid at school, like listening to this in 2015 is just like, she sees me.
she gets me.
What's your little like?
Well, like,
What was your like just holding out?
Yeah.
I guess?
I would say.
Not that we do this every pod, but
No,
we're
but this is just
we're feeling
random.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I love Alphabet Boy though as well. I feel really conflicted because I think it was really hard to narrow down the ones
Yeah.
that I didn't like.
Yeah,
It was
it's harder
simply
to do
just
that
because,
then.
it was overplayed. That's why.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the songs are overplayed.
Yeah. Everyone
Slay.
gets the hype now.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Well, we are going to move now into the second album, K through 12, the one that had the accompanying film.
I have a question about this film.
Yes.
At the end, the portal opens up, right? Melanie doesn't actually walk in, or Crybaby, sorry, doesn't actually walk in. And then it doesn't get addressed in the first.
So we only just found out on the trilogy tour how Crybaby died. Crybaby gets, well, from what I've seen on TikTok and stuff in the tour, at the end of the K through 12 part, she goes to go through the portal with all of them, and then she gets shot by an arrow.
Not in the movie.
Not in the movie,
Oh,
but on
okay.
the tour. Like,
Oh,
that's
okay.
how the character dies.
Right.
And I think I think she gets shot by Cupid. I think it's meant to be like I guess she dies of heartbreak or something like that.
Right.
But like on the tour, they're all there like getting ready to go through the portal, and then like Cupid comes out and like shoots, and you literally see an arrow go into her chest, and she dies
Iconic.
on the floor, and then that's how the K through 12 section finishes on the tour.
Death.
And I think so. That was sort of explaining
So that's
it.
the first song. It's called Death on the album.
Yeah. So, but that is, I guess, how it happened.
Because
But-
Connor and I watched the movie, and Connor was like, "Did she go through the portal?" And then I started
Did
watching.
kind of like it.
I think so.
Yes.
But then I started watching the other music videos for portals, and then Connor was like, "We did it die? Like why has it come back like this?" And I was like, "I don't know, Connor. We're watching it at the same time, babes." Like
Yeah, but So this album was released on September 6th, 2019. So it took 4 years
Too
to
long.
wait for this record.
I was waiting,
It
girl.
went number 3 on Billboard, so higher on Billboard than the last one, which is Slay. It was also nominated for top soundtrack at the Billboard Music Awards and only had one single when the deluxe came out of The Bakery, because we're doing the deluxe, which has the After School EP on it. This album, originally had 13 tracks, now has 20 because of the deluxe. And I have it on vinyl. Let me grab her before, we jump in.
I liked the movie. It was good.
You're going to die at this vinyl, by the way.
Am
So
I?
this is the vinyl. This is one of the coolest vinyls I own. Are you ready?
Oh,
It's
wow.
God.
It's a pop-up
It's
book.
the bunny.
It's like, the whole like backdrop. I think that's so cool.
That's iconic.
So cool.
And then the disc is very true to Melanie with the baby pink vinyl. Of course, it's very, very Melanie coded. But the pop-up book is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a vinyl ever. So we've got that there.
I was rooting for Crybaby to end up with the guy with the dreads.
Yeah, Ben.
Was that the
Yeah,
name?
no, I was.
You're like,
I also have the After School EP, which is technically part of this because it's
Go
the
on.
deluxe.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, also this picture.
Me.
Lydia. And this one is just like the other one, baby blue.
Oh, cute.
So it's very fitting for Miss Mel.
Icon.
What did you've seen the film, haven't you?
Yeah, I actually saw it in cinemas.
Oh,
When it came out, I
I'm
saw
so
it in
jealous.
cinemas, and I remember bringing my friend Lizzie along. And she had never heard a peep of Melanie Martinez, and I was like, "Girl, you're gonna come see this little film with me, and you're
They
gonna
were probably
love
like,
it."
"What the
No, literally, she was
fuck?"
just like, "What am I watching?" But then she was like, "Yeah, I get it." But I remember watching it and being like, "This is so different." Like, I knew she was doing a film for ages, and I was like, "Okay, like a film." I didn't realize it was gonna end up in like the cinema.
Yeah.
cool.
I'm so devastated that Portals is no longer being a film. Because it was going to be, and then I don't believe the label gave her enough budget. So that's why Melanie's doing a video for every song like they did with Crybaby.
Yeah.
But the videos we've taken so much money anyway.
Oh, the videos
Yeah.
the videos are amazing.
They're fucking hardcore.
They're so good.
So good.
But yeah, still, it's like it's sad, but at the same time, we're still getting a visual for every song, so that's all that matters.
I need to know more about the character though. That's my only
That's
thing.
the one thing that's hard is that I think this character out of all of the characters is the most that needed the film behind it. So you'd be like, oh, I get it.
And also like the land of it as well.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
want to know
very-
more.
Well, when we get to Portals, I'll explain what I've read on everything and sort of explain what I've gathered so far. But let's dive into the tops and bottoms. I will kick off. I'll kick off K through 12. My top 5. So number 5, my bronze is Nurse's Office. I love this song so much. I can see Elise smirking at me right now, and I'm not happy about it at all. I fucking live for this song. It's so good. Number 4 for me, my silver is Strawberry Shortcake. Such a fucking good song. Number 3, my gold is Detention, the one that Melanie is in the glass box. My number 2...
You're gonna kick off.
My number 2, which is my platinum, is Class Fight. This was originally my favorite song of K through 12.
Really?
Until maybe like a year ago when it's changed. And my favorite song by far is Orange Juice.
I don't know what to say.
Crickets. I mean, okay, fuck my
insert
drag.
cricket noise,
I love these songs so much. I fucking live. But anyway, I digress, I guess.
I love that you love those songs.
Yeah,
Those are
love
good
that.
songs, Ben.
Elise can go second.
yeah,
Oh, no,
you go.
Lydia go second.
Go on.
Oh,
Lydia
right.
goes second.
Okay, so top 5. Number. Why do I sound
Bad.
Top 5.
Okay, Drama Club. I think this makes me want to shake ass. I think every song makes me want to shake ass. I just remember
Do you know what
that.
this song makes me feel when I hear this song?
What?
The drop that
Yeah.
It reminds me of the fucking like music that happens in Rick and Morty when when Morty, like the evil Morty and all of them go to war and shit.
Yes.
It's that same type of like,
And I would shake ass to that.
yeah, you would. But that's what it reminds me of.
That's real. That's real. Number 4, Strawberry Shortcake. I just,
So good.
I think it's pretty.
So cute.
Number 3, Detention.
Yes. It was such a hot song.
Yeah. Number 2, Teacher's Pet. I love this because I loved the visual of, is it Young Leader? Is that
Yeah, it's Alita.
Alita? Yeah. I love her.
Because Alita's in the film.
Yeah, I love her so much.
Also, do you want to hear something wild?
Yeah, go on.
And I'm hoping if Trilogy
on.
Tour ends up coming to Australia, this happens as well. The European Support Act for the Trilogy Tour is Alita. That's so cool.
Who's Alita?
Alita's the
She's an
best
icon.
friend.
Oh, the
The best friend in the film, and also makes music, really good music
Yeah.
too.
I remember
So-
following her ages ago because, like, 15 me was really strange, but I used to want to be her so bad, and like her,
Yeah,
like
she's
content's like pretty explicit as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, really?
But like,
It's like Melanie, but like on BDSM.
yeah, like her Instagram is fire. I love
Very
her
baby
so
doll,
much.
but like
Yeah.
with like knives and
Yeah.
like gags and
yeah,
everything.
love it. That's
But
hot.
she bangs like a fairy on acid. That song fucking slays.
yeah.
It's so good. Yes, it's so good. And Sour Switchblade.
Yes.
So good.
And then number 1, I fucking. This is High School Sweetheart. This song like is so pretty, and I just love
Yeah.
how like vulnerable she sounds in it.
So good.
And I just it's
This is the only song from K through 12 that Melanie did on the Portals tour. So this is the one song I got to see.
I love it so
And it was
much.
so good.
So bomb. So bomb.
So slay. It's a great
Yeah.
song.
about
What are
you?
yours, Miss Ellis?
This is controversial. I feel like I haven't got any that you guys. Well,
Are
guys-
yours from the deluxe?
No.
No one said the deluxe.
So my number 5 is Wheels on the Bus.
Oh.
I feel like this is a.
Oh, she really went there.
I love Wheels on the Bus. I think it's
It's
a
cute.
great first song to
There's
start
not a
off with
bad
as well.
song
wasn't
also
bad.
on K through 12.
My number 4 is Recess.
I do like this song.
My number 3 is High School Sweethearts. My number 2 is Orange Juice.
Good.
And my number 1, and it's probably one of my favorite Melanie songs, one of them. I have one that overtakes it, but The Principal.
Principal's good.
Loved that. When I was watching the movie, I immediately wrote that down as my number 1 because I was like, I love this song.
It's really good.
I love The Principal.
Yeah, it's so slay.
Such a good song.
I love it. I also love the that part of the film. It's really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
The big ass bunny heads.
Yeah, I love them. Do you know they make an appearance on the tour? The dancers are in the big bunny heads and everything.
love
So
that.
cool.
Does Melanie perform with the Portals prosthetic on?
Yes.
So when I saw Melanie on Portals, they were only in that outfit.
Surely they get hot.
Yeah, she would, especially like in this humidity. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, like they wear the full body stocking, the full everything. But on the Trilogy tour, because they also have to be Crybaby, like the live version, they are out as normal. And then they have now got like it's like a half mask that connects to the hair. So like,
Yeah.
you know, so you can still see like the bottom of Mel's mouth, but
Yeah.
like it's still perfectly fine. Like, but yeah.
Iconic. Wow.
So you get to see. That's why. So when Trilogy comes, Elise, we're gonna all go.
Yeah,
to the
I'll
Trilogy.
Kiki. I'll come.
Yeah,
I'll
gotta come
Kiki.
to the Trilogy.
Yeah, I'll
See the
come.
whole
I think it'd be
thing.
fun to watch it.
Oh, I was dead the whole show watching it at Portals. I was like,
All right, bottoms.
bottoms. Oh my god.
What's on the chopping block of the week?
Do you know what's funny? It's funny we all didn't put anything from the deluxe, and it's even though I think this deluxe is really good, like the EP songs are really, really slay. A lot of them were the ones I was like, yeah, throw that in there. So number 3 for me, my not a fan, is Numbers. Number 2 for me, the only one from the original K through 12. You've already glanced at what it is.
No, I was looking at that
okay.
list there.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, good. The other.
Yeah, right.
No, I was seriously.
You've already glanced at what number 2 is. My skip it is Wheels on the Bus.
Real.
And my least favorite song from the K through 12 era is Test Me from the deluxe. That was definitely my least favorite. So, slay. But I love like songs like Glued and The Bakery and Brain and Heart, like all those songs from the deluxe are so good.
That's fair.
They also would be like above songs on K through 12 for me.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, I have it on vinyl, so of course I liked it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And what are your bottoms, Miss Lydia?
Number 3 is orange juice. I was like, this is gonna be controversial.
So Lydia won't be returning on the podcast. I'm kidding.
So we're doing Marina and the Diamonds just with Ben and I.
You cannot do that. She's my queen. Number 2, Wheels on the Bus.
Okay, good.
Valid.
She's redeemed herself.
I'm done dirty.
And number 1, Class Fight.
Good.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, put Ben in his place.
I love Glass Fight.
Nah, it's not for me.
I'm about to really shook Ben.
can't
I'm really about to shook.
I'm actually
So,
like, I want to go home.
My not a fan.
Like, I'm done for the night.
My not a fan is Detention.
Okay, that's fair.
I said
I
I
can
don't
live
like
with
the
that.
Visual of Detention. It's just something about it, about a school situation. And sexy dancing doesn't. I don't.
Getting
I ate it up.
Injected with the...
Yeah,
go
exactly.
on.
It's a lot. My Skip It Award is Show and Tell. It's a
Yeah.
repetitive song.
Mm-hmm.
It's the verse and chorus sounds the same to me. And my Race It is Nurse's Office. It did not need to be on the album. It was, for me, it felt like a filler song.
I love this song so much. They actually do have this on the tour. Nurse's Office is one of the songs that makes it on the
Well,
tour.
I'm glad they like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she said what she said.
But go on. Well, I'm going to be shaking my ass to Nurse's Office in your
ass.
face. I'll be like, yeah.
And I'm shaking my ass to the principal.
I love that.
I'm shaking ass to anything.
Yeah. High school sweethearts.
Yeah. Honestly, I might be doing some ass shaking after this.
Yeah, so real.
Well, wait till Make That Cake comes on in the car. You're going to really be shaking ass.
What's wrong?
No, I don't know where my portals is.
That happened to me as well once with the Ariana Grande album.
Oh my god, what
Do you
are
want to
we
write
do?
it down
while we
I
chat?
explain this?
Yeah, okay, can you show me the...
We'll go onto Spotify.
Oh, yeah,
and you can
here.
do
Okay,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I will...
Technical difficulty.
Technical, that's
difficulties?
okay because we're still going to
Wow.
announce everything. But anyway, album 3, we're at the final album. We're at Portals. I love this album so much.
Iconic.
This album came out March 31st, 2023. So it's only just become a year old. This went number 2 on Billboard, the highest charting record for Mel. No awards and nominations, unfortunately. We have 3 singles. Death, which went 95 on the Billboard, the first like proper charting song for Mel. Void is the second single, went 61 on Billboard, and the third single is Evil.
Ben was obsessed with Void for a good,
A hot minute.
That song fucking took over my existence.
Yeah, it did.
And of course, to finish off this, I have the vinyl, which so slay.
Explain to me this
Okay.
situation. What is
She's so
Portals? What is going
So
on?
Portals is set in the afterlife.
Yeah.
So the afterlife, Melanie is a nymph because I guess like Melanie sees their soul as a nymph. So in death, you sort of see like at the start of the video, you see Melanie in the grave, and then the nymph comes out. That's the soul exiting the body. So like basically that sort of symbolizes like, you know, that's Melanie's spirit, I guess. And then in Void, you sort of see Melanie inside the heart. And then
Yes.
when they open it, they're
Rips it open.
yeah, and when they open it, they're the nymph because Void, the whole video is Melanie escaping the human body. So if you notice, like as the video progresses, like they're in the large intestines, that's what she's riding on, and then all the ones that grab her are the small intestines. So like she's exiting the body, and at the end of it, she exits the body, I guess through the ass.
Yes.
And then tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is where I started to become a little bit confused on the storyline. I'm not sure if that's because maybe Melanie's just decided to go a different direction. But tunnel vision, like, you know, you see Melanie fall from the sky, that's from the tower of the body, and then goes into the tunnel, and I guess like sort of falls into this, like this, I guess what I would what I gathered from it is the spirit world, which is like this forest, like sort of nymph, like sort of world.
Is that the music video where they're
like a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Fairy Soiree.
Just them kicking.
Kicking. That video is awesome.
It's so good.
I loved that video.
Yeah.
And then they've just put out the video for Light Shower, which
The snail.
is a snail. I think that video is so
Real.
cute.
I love it. I love it.
I was like, kind of like, I was like, this is so wholesome.
Just a snail following a yellow dot.
a little, yes.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
me.
And the next video will be Spiderweb. So I'm excited to see what Melanie does with that. But we'll see, I guess, what the vibe is. This album as well is in the grave and in the womb. Because, so death,
The title to my book, In the Grave and in the Womb.
Yeah.
so if you notice on the album, I'm going to close this.
Yeah.
So if you notice on the album, Death is the first song and it says, death is life, is death, death is life. That's like the start of the first, like the very start of death. Is
What? It just sounded like you were stumbling over your words.
No, she goes death. She goes death.
when you had a dream that you wish you could, you would.
So
Anyway.
at the very start of death, she goes, death is life, is death, is life. It's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the whole storyline happens, and then when it gets to the very last song on the standard, which is the end of the story, Womb, it changes to life is death. Life is death.
Oh.
So basically, she's like the character Crybaby has died, gone through the spirit world, and then is being reincarnated into the womb. And so I guess my theory is that the new character is going to be born. And then that's the next character. I'm not sure. You don't know. We don't know.
Do you reckon it'll be human or mythical?
Who knows?
Who
honestly,
fucking knows?
Honestly, we don't know. But
I hope it's a Grinch situation, like a nymph in a human world.
so this is like really cool. The disc is probably my favorite disc I have.
I
of
love
Mel's.
that.
Are you ready?
Ooh.
Oh my god, I love that the hole is right in her belly button.
But it's
So Tumblr.
That's so
fucking
Tumblr.
It is so Tumblr.
It's so cute.
You would so see that on a penny board.
And this album comes with a little insert that is signed by Melanie Martinez.
Oh, pop off, bitch.
She's like, oh my God.
I'm gonna sell it.
Lydia's putting this in her cooch
Immediately, right
Yes,
now.
Melanie signed the Portals, little Portal slip.
Oh my god. How much did you pay for this one?
Not too much. It was just really limited. I think it was limited copies for the signed version. And then, so I just like, the day they announced the album, they put them out and I was like, I'm pre-ordering the album like immediately. And then saw there was that option. I was like, a signed copy? Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, Miss Portals. And this record means a lot to me, I will say. This album really, like, I
it
think
for you.
last year got me through a lot. And also, I will say, and we were talking about this in the Doja episode, that I said Scarlet was my second favorite album of the year. My favorite album of 2023 was Portals.
You really needed to escape that void.
Yeah, girl.
Yep.
So, have you got yours?
I'm still
Okay, good.
debating my
I can do
That's
like
okay,
my
because
least
we'll do
three
ours
because I need to
first.
like sit on it for
That's
a
okay.
hot minute.
We'll do ours first and we'll come back to you.
Okay, cool.
So, we'll start with Elise.
I've done my top 5, but I haven't done my 3 least favorites.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, Portals, my top 5. Number 5 was Death. Such a good song to start the album with.
It is a very epic opener.
Very
Yeah.
epic. My number 4 is Leeches.
Oh, I love Leeches.
Yeah.
That song is so slept on.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's such a beautiful song.
100%. My number 3 is Pluto. My number 2 is Fairy Soiree.
That song
Yes.
fucking slaps.
And my number 1, this is my favorite Melanie Martinez song. I was listening to the album and I was like, I love this song. Light Shower.
How fucking beautiful is Light
yeah.
Shower?
I nearly cried.
It's so good.
It
Yeah.
was it's a beautiful song.
Like-
I love
words
it's your
of it,
favorite though. Like out of all the
Light
albums,
Shower.
everything. Light Shower is my favorite.
Light Shower
song.
made me cry when I first heard it. It's a really like moving song.
The music of it and the lyrics of it, 10 out of 10. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
good. And
a
I love the
beautiful
fucking
song.
snail.
I know, it's so,
so
cute.
cute.
I literally like find that I'm gonna come back to that video just like when I need to like feel just,
something.
like warm and like, you know, just like
Yeah.
fuzzy inside, I guess. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful visual.
Love it. But that was when I was listening to that, because I listened to the whole album before I watched the music videos. When I listened to Light Shower, that's when I was like, okay, this is immediately my number one.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
I
song.
love that song.
Love it so much. My top 5.
Yeah.
So number 5 for me is Evil. I think the song
Yeah.
is fucking absolute banger. Like seeing this live, like and watching everyone just like fucking lose their mind. This
Yeah.
song was so good. Also my like best friends in the whole world was with me, and someone in the crowd just walked up to her and gave her a bracelet, and it was like a wooden like sort of like cracked like marble bracelet that said evil on it, and said like, I wanted to give this to someone who knew all the words to evil, and because you did, you can have this. And I was like, that's so cool.
That's so lovely.
That's iconic.
So yeah, my friend has an evil bracelet now from the Portals, because me and my
Hopefully
best
it's
friend,
not cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's got bad juju.
me and my
Yeah.
best friend Gemma,
Is she doing all right?
yeah, Gemma's slaying.
What's the update on
What's
her?
the
Yeah.
update with the bracelet? Like, is it been all right? Has she had some inconveniences go on?
But me and my best friend Gemma, we listened to this album together for the first time. We actually we did like a long drive and listened to it together for the first time, and both of us were like just absolutely dying over this record. And then this record's just like been like a huge part of like our year together, like a lot. Like it was so like something that we both bonded over so hard. And then when obviously Melanie announced the tour, we were like, we have to go, and we went together, and it was such like a big moment, I guess, for both of us to like be there together and experience it and just absolutely fall in love with this record. So yeah, no, this record
so
means a lot
sweet.
to me. So
Shout out to Gem Jam.
yes,
Yes.
Gem.
Gem.
But yeah, no, it's a fucking beautiful record. So yeah, Evil is number 5, which I think is actually Gemma's favorite song. So I think that was also why it was such a big deal. Is like Gemma got the Evil bracelet, and it was her favorite
The
song
sentiment
off
behind
Portals was
Yeah.
like really cool. Number 4 for me, I love this song, is Battle of the Larynx. I think this is such a beautiful song. There's something so, I guess, like, there's something that makes me feel so pretty when I listen to the falling asleep at the arcade. Like, just
Yeah.
the verses are so beautiful.
Yeah,
Ben's got some
that
vocals.
voice. I sound like a dying rat.
The night is still young.
The night is still young.
Number 3 is Light Shower, of course.
Good.
Number 2 is Fairy Soiree. The song's so fucking good. And you know what's funny? So Fairy Soiree was a song that got leaked like ages before Portals came out, and I heard it. Don't hate me, Melanie, for listening to the leaked song, but it came up on like something, and I was like, this is so cool. I think it came up on TikTok actually, and I was like, I fucking love this. And then when I saw Fairy Soiree get announced as one of the tracks, I was like, I can't wait for this. I'm so excited. But the end part, the like somewhere on that part, it was not in that song, so that was new. And I actually think I like that part even more than the original
like
now.
that
Like that's
part.
such a beautiful like end. And in the video, like them climbing up the tree and then going like laying down onto the flower, and that was just so beautiful
I
to me.
agree. Yeah.
But my favorite, no surprise,
no way
is
this is
Void.
I know.
Yes, of course.
This song was literally like my fucking song last year. Well, one of them. Demons was probably another from Doja.
I knew Void
But
was gonna be
Void,
your number one.
like this song was like, I think the song that got me through 2023. It was like everything about it meant so much to me. I would say like what I was going through, I felt like
You
was-
really
I
wanted
really
to
was-
escape the void.
yeah, like escaping like I guess like all the shit that was going on in my mind and stuff last year. Like I had a lot of like, I guess I'm not saying like I had anything wrong, but like I think I had a lot of like
Challenges.
like mentally last year, and I think that's I resonated a lot with Void. So It's definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
I love that song so much. And when I saw it live, I almost like passed out and cried.
Really?
So
Like
yeah.
me at Scissor.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. I was like, and it was too much because it was obviously Melanie did it in order, and it was the second song. So as soon as like they just come out on stage, and then I was like, I don't think I can handle her like them doing Void right after, and I was like, it's all happening too fast. It's all happening too fast. It was so much for me to take in, but it was so good. So slay.
Oh, I love that.
What's your top 5, Lydia?
Okay.
Have you got yourself together?
There's only like I need one more song to my
That's
least
okay, 'cause
favorites, which is really
we'll be going back to
hard.
Elise for the bottoms.
Yeah, you'll give me some inspo for the terrible ones. Just kidding. Okay, so top 5. I put Leeches down there.
I was
Nice.
like, sure.
I know this girl is gonna say other words, I swear. Fairy Soiree, number 4.
Nice. I'm
Nice.
glad that's all in our top
Yeah,
five.
I
That
think
song
we can
is
all
so fucking
agree.
good.
So good.
Yeah. Number 3, Death. I just think, wow, she really
She really did that.
did that.
Wow.
She really did Death.
yeah.
Anyhow, next, number 2, Void. I think this is because of your influence as
Yeah.
well. Like, I think
Yeah.
about you when I listen to this
I
song
love
as
this
well,
fucking
which
song
is such
so
a great
much.
person
That's
to
why
think
it
about.
wasn't in my top 5.
It's actually your least favorite.
That's actually my erase it song. Oh no.
And then number 1, I put Evil because I listen to this all the time at the gym. Like,
Go on.
it makes me think I'm like killing my enemies or something when I'm
Yeah.
at the gym,
I
and that's
can't wait
really
to see-
important to me.
I have to say, I'm very excited to see what the visual for Evil is going to be. I think it's going to be pretty epic.
I think
Yeah.
it will be too.
Yeah, so slay. Well, let's get into the bottoms. Also, before that, I want to give a shout out to Nymphology because that was the one that almost was in my
Yeah.
top 5. Don't even. I can see you, it's in your bottoms, but I love Nymphology. And it's like, it's the line where just the fairy with the knife is such an iconic line to me. That is so hot. And the intro on Nymphology into Evil, the diamonds and rubies, that's so sick. It's great because that's a like little song called Amulet that's on the end of Nymphology. So slay. My bottom 3 though.
No, I go first.
Oh, you're first. Okay, go first.
Okay, my bottom 3.
Nymphology.
So my not a fan award goes to Womb. My skip it award is Milk of the Siren.
I love this song. This was like
It was a letdown for a well, I know it's a deluxe track, but for me it was a letdown. Like
Fair.
I didn't need it. And then my Erase It award is Nymphology. I do not like this song.
oh my god.
It's probably my least favorite Melanie song.
Wow.
I really don't like. I like the end of it, but I don't like the actual song.
Fair enough. I mean, like everyone's like
She says Nymphology too many times.
It's just too much for you.
I was listening to
NYMPHOLOGY. That's Nymphology.
yeah.
Spelling queen.
I was listening to it in the car and I was like, I can't do this. And then I got to the end of it and I was like, oh, this is a good song. What's this song? And I was like, it's the same fucking song.
You're like, this song slays.
I was like, the end of it's good. Like,
How good is it though when it like
Yeah.
folds into Evil? Like that's such a cool.
That's a good
transition.
segue.
But I don't like the song.
Fair.
I would get rid of it.
That's all right. Well, mine is
on the
very
bus.
different to yours.
Not the wheels on the bus.
Mine is very different to yours.
Yeah.
This is controversial because you've both put it in your top 5, but my number 3 is Death. My not a fan. And it's okay, there's a reason for this. And as I said, don't hate me for leaked music, Melanie, but another song that came up a while ago on my TikTok feed was a song by Melanie called Death. And it's a completely different song. And when I heard it, it brought me to tears, and it was like my favorite song Melanie had ever made, ever. Like it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. And so when Death got announced as the first single and it was like being released before Portals, I was so excited because I was like, this is like the song I've been waiting for forever. And it's a different song and it's nowhere near as good as the original. Like it's a great song and it's more like do to like the other one. But when you hear the other one, it's like the most beautiful and most emotional piece of art that I've ever heard. And I was like, we're never getting that song now.
Well, don't hate
the
song.
So
Hate the
it's-
player.
Damn.
So, and also I was like looking at the list and I was like, there's literally, I can't choose a third. So I just did that for that reason. Because I was like, I can't think of anything
Yep.
else. The other two were the easier ones for me. Number 2 was Pluto. I think this is a really good song, but it's like my least favorite of the deluxe tracks. Because like I think one of the strongest songs on the whole album is Powder, which is on the deluxe. And it's a really beautiful song.
Yeah.
And so like Pluto, and I love Milk of the Siren. So like Pluto is the one that always for me gets forgotten, I guess. And then my least favorite, like the easiest by long shot, is Moon Cycle. Oh shit. Moon Cycle is just like a sort of just like, it's like a okay sure song, and both me and Gemma like agreed it was like the worst song. And so we both don't play it.
If for me, Nymphology will always be at the bottom. But
You hate her.
I do not like Nymphology. But if Milk of
love
the
that
Siren
song.
wasn't there, I would probably pick that song as well.
Moon
for
Cycle,
my-
yeah. Fair enough. Well, we've waited all this time for you, Lydia.
my
What is your
gosh.
bottom 3 of Portals?
Okay, so I kind of agree. Like, it was really hard to pick a bottom 3
Yeah.
because it's such a beautifully constructed piece of work. So, talk about it. But okay, let me just get into it. So number 3 is Womb,
Yeah.
which I was like, funny how. Anyways, and then I did Pluto. And then I also did
You guys are
Moon Cycle.
shitting on
Was
this.
Moon Cycle?
Yeah, I just thought I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, Moon Cycle's
it's-
definitely the one that you're like, okay, sure.
Yeah, like
Like, it's a cute song. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the song. Like, I love the whole album so much. But, like, it was the one I listened to and was like, especially when the deluxe came out, I went, you put this song on instead of, like, Powder or, like, Milk of the Siren. Like, they're way more epic and, like,
Yeah.
way, like, ones that I go back to so much. And I was just like, and Moon Cycle made it on the standard. Because I don't have the deluxe. There's no deluxe of the vinyl. So I don't have, like, those songs. Pluto, Powder. And, like,
You
but I
can
have
listen
the-
to them on the Spotify.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I want it on vinyl. If there's a deluxe that
on
comes out,
vinyl.
I will probably end up buying it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But that is Melanie Martinez.
That's her done.
done and dusted.
What do you feel taking away from Melanie Martinez,
Yeah,
Elise,
I'd like
as
to
a
know
new
your
fan?
opinion.
I would say I'm a fan. Am I like a stan? No.
But, like, you like
But I
Melanie.
like Melanie. I like the vibe of Melanie that Melanie brings. I hope if I could reach out to Melanie, I would love to see who Melanie is. I don't want to see Crybaby or the Portals character. I really want to get to know who Melanie actually is.
Fair.
I don't want to know about your life story. I don't really care for that. Like
Just say you hate.
no, but I want to know like a bit.
Just say you hate them.
No, like not the life story. Like I don't really care getting deep into that. But just give me a bit more something that's Melanie.
Yeah.
Okay, because I
know?
think as well, like, what isn't it what she plans to do with the next kind of piece that she puts out? Like, she wants it to be just her, not a character that she's building. Or
Well, I mean, we don't know because, I mean, Melanie
Yeah.
could create a new character. Like, we
Yeah.
have no idea what Melanie's going to do next.
Yeah.
We probably won't find out for like 4 years because
Yeah.
Melanie
Love
Melanie literally has 4 years between every record.
Yeah.
yeah.
So who knows? And also that Melanie's now on another tour after just wild. Finished
Yeah.
the Portals tour, did a whole world tour, and immediately is back on tour for another one.
I love
It's giving
Which is-
Beyonce.
which is
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, I love that so much, and I'm praying Trilogy comes here. I literally am going to be devastated if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because this is like the whole storyline in the one show. And they've said it's like the last time that the Crybaby character is going to be on stage and like everything. So like, you know, this is the tour to go to.
Yeah, well, I think if I would have met Melanie throughout the journey, like through
It might be different.
It would have been a different story.
I think so. We grew up with Crybaby.
I do like Portals a
They
lot
raised
more
Yeah.
than all the other albums because I've listened to that album when it came out.
Yeah.
But I like Melanie. I want to get to know Melanie.
Yeah, fair.
That's fair.
Well,
I don't, but I feel like
with that being said,
sorry.
sorry,
Sorry.
because you basically already said it. But what era is the win for you? What's in the bin for you? And what era are you in?
Win is Portals for me. It's like I feel like it's I like how it's a change up of vibe.
It's very different.
It's like very, very different. They've kept up with the times, but still kept true to the character, you know, which I like. I think the songs are just a lot more production wise better, and like just like everything is more story like. But less in a childish way almost, you know. My the era that's in the bin.
It's hard, isn't it?
I feel like you're gonna hate me for this, but Cry Baby's in the bin for me.
I'm like passing away.
Do you know what's
Purely
funny though?
because-
What's funny is like I knew that was coming.
Purely because I didn't have a favorite song off that. Like I wasn't
Fair.
listening through Cry Baby and thinking, fuck, I love that song. Whereas in K through 12, I know.
Lydia's looking at me like this is fucked up.
But through K
This
through
bitch.
12, I listened to The Principal and I was like, I fucking love this song.
Yeah.
It's such a good song. And then
It helps when there's like a song immediately on listen. You're like, oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
like
and you're
hooked.
like,
Yeah.
hooked on this album immediately.
And then the era that I'm in, I'm honestly in my Crybaby era.
Slay. I love that for you.
I probably actually, I don't know. I don't think I am a Melanieist, you know? Like I'm not
Yeah.
in an era of Melanie.
Yeah.
But I guess it would be Crybaby because
Slay.
that's just me.
That's so fair. For me, my era that's a win is Portals for sure. Which like if you told me before Portals came out that Crybaby would never be my favorite album, I would say you're lying. But like Portals like was such a beautiful record and I listen to it. I go back to that record so much and think it's just like front to back such a beautiful piece of like art. So Portals is my favorite record for sure. My in the bin is K through 12, even though like I am like devastated to say that because I think that record's so good. But K through 12 I guess is the one like I don't revisit out of the three the most, like because I go like Crybaby is so nostalgic for me. But I'd say I'm in my K through 12 era. Yeah, I mean it's because like I take K through 12 very much as a like self-discovery journey. Like there's so many like things that happen in that film of like a person like discovering things and like learning about themselves and like all of that. So like I would say that's sort of maybe where I'm at. Like I guess so that's probably my era that I'm in is K through 12.
Slay.
Okay.
All right, Lydia.
You on that
what-
bus.
Yes. Wheels on the bus.
You on that
Lydia.
bus with black eyes saying, fuck you, I'm going to blow up your hands.
All right,
damn.
Lydia.
All right.
What era are you in? What era is in the bin? And what era is the win?
Okay, so what era am I in? I would definitely probably say my Portals era
Slay.
because I think in my life, I have had many evolutions. Like I have been,
Absolutely.
I think I've had so many different lives.
This
in my
girl over
short
here is a
life.
fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, I just be changing all the damn
Snorlax,
time.
Evie, you're fucking
She's Jinx, bitch.
Yes.
No, I'm Jigglypuff.
Actually, that's very accurate. She's so real.
Yeah, no, I just feel like I love the character.
You jiggling your puff.
I don't be jiggling my puff. Anyhow, I digress. Yeah, Portals, just because the evolution of the character to where it's now at. And I think I'm at a place, not of death, but of just my
She's in a place of the womb.
Honestly,
I'm in the womb.
Lydia
I'm reborn.
could come up to me with 4 eyes and I wouldn't think any different of
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, very,
Let's be
very
honest.
fair.
And I think that's why that's the era that I'm in.
Slay.
And so the era that's in the bin or a win first?
Both.
Either or?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, do you want to do win or bin first? What do you feel?
I'll do my bin first, K through 12.
Yeah.
That was really instant, but I think it's sorry, wheels on the bus, girl.
No one's watching us.
What's going on? I just think, yes, I love the whole creativity of it. I loved how she put out a film. I love, again, the story of where it gets to, but I just think out of the 3 albums, it wasn't the strongest for me, which leads me to which one is the win.
I know what yours is.
Which will be Crybaby.
Of course.
Because it just, again, it's that nostalgia that I have with it. I think about who I was at the time and like just everything that was going on, and I get really sentimental about like time. I'm just constantly stuck in nostalgia and I can't get out. Someone help. But yeah.
Someone help.
Someone help, please.
So real.
Yeah, so that would be my number one.
Isn't it weird that in 10 years
Oh,
this
Jared
will be
Leto.
nostalgia?
Is Jared
Leto.
about to make her debut?
No.
Come on, Jared Leto. Oh, don't have some wine.
Oh.
Make me sweat. Make me harder.
Slay. You can like see the. Oh, you saw a tiny little bit of the tail just then.
That was really majestic.
Yeah, right. But she wants to go outside. She's letting you know.
She's like, Ben, it's time.
She's like, please. But before we finish, we of course will be back next week. Unfortunately, we won't have Miss Lydia next week, but
I'm so sorry, guys.
If you guys do want to have Lydia back, let us know. We will probably have Lydia back for some other episodes, of course.
I have already claimed my spot for a few
episodes. Lydia's let us know, like, I want to be on this one, this one.
Just you wait, guys.
Lydia will be around for others.
I don't want to be close to anyone else, but this close to anyone else but you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So, with that being said, though, of course, we're going to do our word of the week for who we're going to be covering next week. It is a very exciting artist.
Yes.
I'm very excited to do this artist. So, my word of the week is crown. What's your word, Elise?
My word is bad.
Slay. And what is your word, Lydia?
Crosswalk.
Slay. So do with that as you will. But of course, if you liked this episode or anything like that. Sorry, Jared's just meowing. But if you liked this episode, please give it a rating. But only give it a rating if you liked it. If you don't like it, then don't.
Like it still.
Yeah, that part. And then, yeah, if you want to follow our journeys of life, you can follow me on Ben's Bradley. So BNZ and then Bradley.
What's your at, Lydia?
My at is Lydia Ashworth with 2 H's on the end. That's LYDIAASHWORTHH.
Got you forgetting how to spell your last name.
Oh, I almost did.
She almost did.
And if you want to see us more, we are on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube at What Era Podcast.
You didn't advertise your Insta.
Girl, they'll find me.
Yeah, you'll find it. Also, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, everything. Yeah, What Era Podcast. So yes, and we'll be back.
Thank you for having me. Oh my god.
Thank you for coming.
You are welcome.
Sorry. But thank you, yes, for being here. I think we can both say we really enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
I'm glad I experienced Melanie with all you guys.
Yes. I don't think we would have been able to do this episode without Lydia.
Stop.
Because it would have just been me sitting here looking at Elise being like, why don't you like
And then
Melanie?
also like us being like, oh, Lydia would have liked this.
Yeah,
Lydia,
so real.
this is Lydia's song.
Yeah.
And then us
we
being wrong.
And we would have been saying that Mad Hatter was the top, but
And
for
then
Lydia,
it really wasn't in there at all.
Oh
but
my
she's
God.
an honorable mention.
of course.
She's good.
But yes,
good.
we will see you guys next week. Have a good week and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.